we know that this motion, this is our checkpoint through impact. So this is our, if there is such a swing plane, it would be here. That's Dr. Cron's functional swing plane. It's through the ball. But really, I'm only worried about until about here, because after that, it's over with. Now, our perception is, here's impact. By the time the club gets there, we feel impact. Because that delay, that process, it takes time. It takes about 180 plus minus milliseconds for us to recognize that feel. So we know that this is a draw. We know that that's a fade, assuming the club face stays square to the target. Okay? So that means the face is closed to this path. That would produce our draw. The face would be open to that path. That would produce the fade. And that this then produces our straight shot. So if I grab Mike's club, what I just said, does this change with Mike's clubs versus Brendan's clubs? Or with any of your clubs? It doesn't change. So that's what we're looking at, okay? Now, the thing I'm looking at is what creates the desired alignment. This is real simple. How you start your downswing determines relatively how well you hit the ball, assuming that your alignments are correct. What we also are great at is realigning ourselves. So if I got a misalignment here, I'll do whatever I can trying to do what? Get it lined up. So that's some of the compensations that I try to reduce by kind of tweaking the backswing. Okay? The face can rotate open and can rotate square. A lot of golfers have done that and won millions of dollars doing that. It takes a lot of practice. That's the reason why my preference, not an absolute, my preference is to go here, which is square to its path. Okay? And then it's square up here. So now I create that right arm control coming down. Now, if I just raise this club up in front of you, okay? What's the first thing that activated in your body?
Shoulder. No, this delt. Brain.
It feels like I have to do this.
Brain. But guess what? The back side of your body, your hamstrings actually, your opposite side hamstrings actually activated, if we measured it, prior to you moving. So part of what we're going to do today and what we're going to see doesn't show up in video. That's what's been so difficult to present this information. Because when we talk about this sequence of arms first, body second, then club, that never appears in video. Okay? It never will. We don't want it to. But that's our motor control. That's how the process works to simplify this action, this ballistic motion. Okay? So that's the sort of thing, there's this anticipatory muscle activation that the brain uses to control our body so we don't fall over. So the reason why I use the balance, the feet together, and the flamingo drill is to upset that balance of support to get you to change your motor pattern, your muscle activation, in a sense, without thinking about it. Because again, if we process all those 20 lines of code, then I got to hit the ball. That's the reason why any positioning on the way down that you're trying to hit a position won't work. It's 250 milliseconds from here to there. Okay? So a quarter of a second. We don't want to be thinking. It slows it down. Okay? You're going to throw a ball. How much thought? If I say, no one's got a ball. Jack, throw me a ball real quick. How much thought went into that? But he threw it perfectly. He's never thrown me a ball in his life, but he knew exactly what to do. He was able, in a short period of time, evaluate the distance, process this information, and then execute it. That's all we got to do on the golf course. It's an assessment of the environment. We process as to what shot we want to create, and then we create the shot. So what I like to do, my preference is to create one swing for simplicity's sake, and then create all different ball flights off of that. So the one swing is to develop this. If I can develop control from here through the ball, and I know where that club face is, I know what straight is, then I can just tweak the club face and change my alignment for all the shots. So if I want to hit the fade, I just open up the face, change my alignment to the left, and swing straight. Club's a little short, but there's my fade. I want to hit the draw. Then we just go everything back to neutral. And the ball goes straight. Not very solid on that one, but that's okay. Now with the driver, it is a little bit different because if we take a look at the design of the club, shafts in front of the club head, shafts behind the face. So when I'm compressing the ball, which is nothing more than delivering the club into the ball, I'm a little bit more on top of the motion, or on top of the swing. If I get that way with the driver, where's generally the club face going to be? Right. Okay, so I have to let this club head get to the ball. Same thing applies though. So in a sense, it feels different, but it's still the same mechanism driving it. So there's your straight shot. I don't like to curve these very much because there's so little backspin. So I play with like a 10-5 loft. Body position, body alignment. If I'm more like that, would that produce a higher or lower shot? What about this? So that's another thing to look at from the front view. We'll take a look at that. So, I mean, when you start putting all that together, and then that sequence of the arms and the body continuing that motion going through, and this is where it's important for the short game, is we need to make sure our body's moving through impact. But one thing I do want to address, a lot of people have seen like Rory and the hips kind of reverse and all that. And the bad thing with video is it doesn't give us our full picture. We kind of break it apart. The reason why the hips go backwards is because of arm speed acceleration. Somebody said something earlier about Newton's third law, action reaction. Faster my arms go this way, guess what my hips want to do in order to maintain balance? They actually back up. So it's fast arms, not slow hips. It's acceleration of the distal segments, it's acceleration of our arms that actually slows our body down. Yes, sir.
So with the driver, you basically, the only adjustment you make is moving the ball forward and maybe tilting a little more. I mean, it's the
why
same
would we
in-
tilt? The only reason why we kind of tilt more is what would end up happening. We go wider stance. So I try I try to keep my body as neutral as possible. Okay? This is what I'm publishing next month is what I call the A backswing position. Is I'm looking for kind of an outline of an A relative to my feet through my neck. So if I get into this position, what do you think, what happens with my ball flight? And I do this sometimes too. So if I'm over here, okay, I'm really way behind the ball. But where is my arms and where's the, actually three-dimensionally, where's my body angle? So some of you, I may tell you to do that because if you're here with your driver, now we're swinging down, I may have you feel this. But I have a tendency, I get too much like that. I do that with my irons too.
Hey guys, we're at the golf school in Williamsburg, Be Better Golf School, with Michael from New York. Mike, how'd you like the school?
Oh, it's wonderful. I learned so much. First, it was a long game. I lengthen my backswing and get more club speed. That's definitely a plus. Also, the more important thing is the short game.
Yeah, yeah. Huge improvement in the
I
short
couldn't
game.
use my wedge when I got here. I was like so nervous. I couldn't. We're playing little games. I have to use 9 iron to chip.
Because you just flub everything
yes,
or shank
I
it with
couldn't.
the wedge.
I just have a problem with shanking, and
Then in the
no
second day,
confidence.
you won our school's short game contest.
Yeah, that,
In the morning.
well,
So
in the morning,
In the morning,
yes,
yeah, the
yes.
morning one. Yeah, so that was awesome.
yeah, that's a huge difference. I have more confidence and to use my 50, 54. Yeah.
What was your so you increased your swing speed? How many miles an hour did your swing speed go up?
When I first got here, I think at the beginning it was like a low 80s.
Low, so like 83,
Yeah,
82.
82, 83.
Yeah.
And by the end of yesterday, it was 86 to 88. This morning was 92, the highest.
So from 82 to 92.
Yeah, about a 10 miles difference.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's not just it's a usable 10 miles. It's
Exactly.
Still the contact is still good. So, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So would you recommend this? To
Oh,
other
definitely,
people? Yeah,
definitely.
okay, good.
This is the time and the money well spent. It's the best school. There's nowhere else. We can get all this knowledge and apply to our games.
And it's hard work too. I mean, we've been at it from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. yesterday, and then again we'll be out playing golf till dark today,
Yeah.
and we started at 8. So.
Yeah, and also individually, Tony and Brandon answer most of our individual questions, so that helps a lot. It's not just a general principle, but individual swing thought and techniques.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.